All right, it's the life and time of Jim Hormone. It is part 4 of this, whatever you call it, dynasty of sorts. Got my creative player ready to rock and roll. Jim Hormone in week 11 of his first NFL season. And if you have not been following along, I've got the first 3 videos of his career up on YouTube, and you can watch those first, or you can just jump right to this one. We play one game, we sim 2 of them. He is currently en fuego right now. So we got to get to this game. We will get to the game against the Niners. Again, like I said just a few seconds ago, we don't play any of the defensive plays, just the offensive plays, and we pretty much just try to force the ball as much as possible to the creative player, Jim Hormone, and see how he can do. This is an important one. I really personally dislike the San Francisco 49ers.
Pass yardage record. Quarterback.
All right, in this mode, I do the ask coach only, and then I have to choose from one of the 3 plays that is given. We try to make sure we get running plays because that is what the creative player Jim Hormone is, and something is wrong. We may have an injury. We may have an injury to the greatest creative player of them all. Darren Sproles gets in, and he is not supposed to be starting. So this is going to be a bad moment right here as we open up the pause menu to find out what has happened to Jim Hormone. This is a shock. This would not be good. This would not be good if our guy is out. Find out how many weeks he is out for. Oh, this is not going to go well. Jim Hormone, broken thumb, out 4 weeks. So this then becomes a meaningless game, which means we've got to advance 4 weeks. We got to see if we can get him back in. All right, so it should be Jim Hormone should be back in this Week 15 game against the Rams. So we're going to look real quick and see if he is back and better than ever on the injury report. And we may have to get him in there. Nope, he's good. I thought maybe it would give me a probable. It does not. Lost Robert Meacham, but that doesn't matter. So this then brings up a game for Jim here against the Rams. All right, so then the schedule will end a little differently because we'll simulate Week 15 and we'll play Week 15 and simulate Weeks 16 and 17. A little different than what we had planned on. Works out well because Weeks 16 and 17, the last 2 weeks of this season, the next game we'll play will be a playoff game. All right, let's get things going. Playing this game in St. Louis.
We're in the dome here in St. Louis.
Will Jim Hormone, 1, play and not get hurt, and 2, make the pregame, the intro video. He is not a Ram, so he wouldn't be there, and he's not the coach, so he is not there. That is Larry Barty. We kicked Sean Payton out of the game because no one wants him. Okay, back from an injury. Jim Hormone should be playing this game. Again, we choose from the coaches' only plays. They give you 3 plays right there. You have to choose one of those 3. And we hope to just feed the ball to Jim as much as humanly possible on offense. And he's going to get the ball right off the bat. What can he do with it? First play back from injury. Well, not too shabby. Breaks one up for 6 yards.
Nickel formation for the defense here.
He's not going to be open there. We'll try to force it. Oh, look at that. He is open there. Breaks one upfield. Again, crafty in the receiving game. So nice run, a big pass to start the game. And now Hormone is going to get it on what I consider some of the worst plays in this game, a toss. Tosses never work. They just don't. It's not possible to make a toss work. 2-yard game. Coach Larry Barty feeling Jim. He's been a part of every single play so far. That's a rare occurrence, and they gave him another run play, which I ran terribly right there. Bumped it way too far outside. Right into Cortland Finnegan.
That time, the defense so easy for him. The throw and catch.
Chance for Jim to run to the left side. He's been really good off the left side all season. I don't know what it is over there. Just big blockers. But as per usual in real life, this St. Louis defense does not allow people to run on them.
Here on first down.
The best route for a running back in this game still to me is this angle route. I love this one. And it's going to work for Jim for a couple yards. And, oh, I thought maybe more. 10-yard gain. Look at that. 2 receptions, 43 yards.
Running backs are such a big part of the pass game now in the NFL. Look at this play. Able to take a short catch and get a long gain.
It'll be interesting against the Rams all game if that left side's going to work. It's been the side to run behind, but I forgot Robert Quinn's over there. We'll test it again right here. Pick up the block on the outside. It's just not doing it. And that's going to mean field goal for the Saints. Okay, so a lot of confusion during the Super Sim there. The Rams did nothing defensively besides throw a pick six. And then I got really caught up in not knowing what I was doing and missed an entire Saints possession. So Jim Hormone did nothing with the computer controlling him. That's the worst. Which means with a minute to go and a missed possession because of bad coaching, Jim has a chance to try to gain some more yards before halftime, where it doesn't look like they're calling a whole lot of running plays. Another passing play called by Coach Larry Bartee. We thought getting rid of Sean Payton in the offseason would allow the Saints to run the ball. They haven't. We still have Drew Brees, I guess. Need to get rid of that clown. Darren Sproles picks up the third down, which means Jim is back on the field at halfback, and the rookie creative player has not broke one yet, and still hasn't broke one with under a minute to go.
That's a terrible read by the back. He didn't.
Instead, just electing to apparently continue to let the coach call terrible plays to the flats.
After the 3-yard rush.
Spin move's not getting him anywhere, and that's a fumble. That's Jim's first fumble of the season. That is a heartbreaker. I thought he was going to go fumble free in '93 and in 2013-14.
That's what you call a takeaway. The defense just makes such a hard hit that they take the
just got hit while he was spinning. The spin move finally bit him.
Recover
So the Rams threw another interception, and now with 26 seconds left, Hormone back on the field. He's going to be open. A nice lob pass by Drew Brees, and now we'll use a timeout. This is one right here Jim can break. A screen pass to the right. This is the play that could be big. He has been all receiving this game. Running has done nothing for him. And he's going to get some no blockers set up. That is a killer. You got to set up a wall. 12 seconds. This is going to be a terrible, terrible route for the coach to call. It's a delayed hook for Jim. He's going to pick it up, and he's done great on the ground so far, and that's going to mean a timeout and a field goal to end the half. Saints get the ball right out of the half, and with a 16-point lead, of course, we're trying to feed Jim Hormone, their running back. A 16-point lead could mean a little less run call, or a little less passing and a lot more running. Look at that. You see his stats there, 8 rushes, 10 yards. He's been non-existent so far this game. He has caught a lot of passes. Here comes another attempt for Hormone to catch a pass out of the backfield. But running, oh, I threw it to the wrong guy. That's what I get when I throw to the wrong guy. Saints pick up the first down. Hormone back on the field, and an opportunity to run to the right. Like I said, only 10 yards rushing so far for Jim. That's a bad outing for him. And he has not been able to break one. He has not been able to get around the outside at all. Wheel route for Jim. He had one earlier that went for big yards. This one looks to be covered. Can he come back? Oh, looks to be almost intercepted. A quick possession for the Rams. Saints back on the field. Hormone back on the field. Feed him the ball on the ground, please. Missed the block. I missed that read. And Jim is down.
This doesn't look good.
Oh no, Jim is down. So he was just coming off of a broken thumb, a 4-week injury, and you just saw it there. He went down. We'll find out what happened hopefully soon.
Good job by the receiver that time.
All right, so here's the option. Jim Hormone, pinch nerve, will return soon. You can keep him or substitute him. Re-injury risk is low, so we'll keep him.
Let's go now to
but I believe that said he's going to be like a 68 overall. Coming back out.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a Saints team official.
But he's back out now.
A neck injury. The team is taking this very seriously, so they've immobilized his neck. And guys, they'll take him to the hospital for further observation.
I don't know what she was just talking about. She made it sound like he's going to the hospital, but he almost went to the house there.
Of the first down marker.
Hormone back on the field, coming off the pinched nerve injury and getting hit in the backfield by, I believe, Messina.
Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
Saints pick up the first down, and now it is a first and goal approaching the end of the third. Jim catches one for a couple-yard gain, 5-yard gain. Receiving-wise, huge game for Jim, 87 yards. Rushing-wise, Not happening. Chance for a touchdown for Jim on second and goal with a toss, and that is snipped out. I mean, that is just, that's how you get hurt again. Okay, so Saints settle for a field goal on the last drive. Fourth quarter, Hormone back in the game. Running has not been there. Pick up a couple blocks. This is the one. Finally, he breaks one. Doesn't beat everyone. His 90 speed not quite fast enough, but he's over 50 yards in the game. Darren Sproles with a big touchdown run on the last drive. Long touchdown run. Rams did nothing on their offensive series, and here comes Hormone again getting gobbled up by that left side. Robert Quinn, it was either going to be Quinn or Messina making that play. It was just, I pretty much had to choose who was going to take me down. Left side is doing nothing for Jim. 15 carries, 52 yards is it. He has been able to get some yards in the ground. Let's see if he can pick up some more right here. Oh, he couldn't quite get around that tackle. Saints did not pick up their first down, forced a punt. Rams punted it right back. And this could be the last drive of the game
first down here
for Jim Hormone. Still trying that left side. Finally gets a hole, sort of. 59 yards is it on the ground. Hormone not even with 100 yards.
This will probably be the
bust into the
last
right.
play before the 2-minute warning here in the final quarter.
Their defense is
to
just,
the right side.
Their defense is just getting through every single hole, and they don't even give them the first down there. All right, we're going to get a dirty play call in here. As they've been calling kneels. Can I get a play off in time? I'm not going to get the snap off. I did not get the snap off. All right, well, that does it. Bad coaching is the name of the game against the Rams for Jim Hormone, who I don't think will get the player of the game here. We may not see a player of the game for Hormone. He may not have the play of the game. Play of the game could go to Darren Sproles, who had a huge touchdown run.
That's a lot of positive reinforcement. You feel good about
Corey
what
White
you're doing,
with the player of the game.
No
he had the interception for a touchdown, the old pick six. And I don't think that will be the play of the game because we simulate defense, so it won't be shown. And I think that Darren Sproles run is going to be the play of the game.
This incredible play is the GMC.
They didn't even show one. So that must have meant they wanted to show the interception. That was just a bad game overall. Everything about that was bad. Okay, we take a look at the stats for Hormone on the day. 17 attempts, 62 yards, no touchdowns. This is a bummer right here. One fumble, his first one of the season. Receiving, he did have a good game receiving the ball. 11 receptions, 87 yards, still no touchdowns. He was blanked in the touchdowns, but he picked up a lot of yards. Those 87 receiving yards are going to be nice for him and should get him some experience to progress him here in just a few seconds. All right, so we progress Jim Hormone coming off of that weird game against the Rams. Could not get the running game going. Got some passes. And he is currently, I think it's at 86 overall. He's an 86, so he is 2 points away from being our featured back. Sproles, in the time that Hormone was injured, Sproles got a major boost in his overall rating. Hormone with just over 5,000 to spend. Do we want to do that? Let's see what we've got down here. We can up his awareness, which I still believe is good for your... I still believe that's good for your simulated games. Up his toughness, we can do that. We can get up to 5,000, so any of the things we saw above. I don't know what consistency means yet to this day. His spoon move caused him a fumble, but I have that pretty high. What do we have down here we can upgrade? His carrying, we could get that going. We could get that up to 90, might be nice. His stiff arm I enjoy using. And his trucking is bad. I might go with his trucking. I tried to truck a couple guys, and we should at least get that up to an 80. So we're going to buy some trucking. We might do it a couple times. Try to get that thing up into the 80s. So there we go. It's up to 80. Now we get it up to 81. We're going to really bump up his trucking. All in on truck mode right now. All right, so that's all we can do right there. He's up to an 82 or an 80. I don't know. You know what? I stopped paying attention to what I was upgrading. I thought it was all the same. I started doing some stiff arm in there. More awful coaching on this session. But Jim is now still 86 overall. I can't figure it out on this part of the life of Jim Hormone. Okay, so we continue here by looking at the Week 16 game against the Panthers. A loss, 27-6, a bad loss to a divisional opponent. And Jim got another 50-yard gain. The simulations have been terrible for him. 12 attempts, 50 yards. And receiving-wise, he got 32 yards, the most catches in the game, but that's not even 100 total yards of offense for Jim. That's a rough simulation and a loss. So the last game of the season for the Saints was a win, 22-7. Playoffs are going to be the next step for Jim Hormone. But how would he do against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? A 50-yard performance. Got less carries than Darren Sproles. I don't like that, but Jim did get a touchdown in that game. And receiving, 27 yards, no touchdowns. So again, under 100-yard performance by Jim, but he did pick up a touchdown in that game, and it did not look like he fumbled. So take a look at the weekly awards. Since Jim Hormone was back, he did not win the Week 15 game. He played terribly. That was the game you saw the highlights for. Week 16, nothing for him. Matt Stafford wins the NFC Player of the Week, and then the last Player of the Week for the NFC offensively was Aaron Rodgers. We're going to take a look at the awards for the NFC. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Zach Stacy. Jim Hormone, not on that list, which makes me think we forgot to put him in as a rookie or something. I don't know what happened there. Well, we did, because the best running back goes to not LaShawn McCoy, but Jim Hormone is right up there. Ends the season with an 87 overall. That's a bummer. They did not win either award. Okay, so that does it for part 4 of the Jim Hormone, Life of Jim Hormone. A Madden 25 career on the PS3. And we will come back with part 5. It will be the playoffs. The playoffs. It'll include the divisional game and a simulation of the conference championship. And that will be all that next week holds, the next part of the Life of Jim Hormone. Thanks for tuning in. I'd love you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch the experience live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Sean Widmer. And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter, @Sean T. Widmer. Thanks for tuning in.